Good morning, everybody. My name is Blaise Ebisch, and I'm an economics major, computer science minor, as well as an investment advisor representative. And I'm here to tell you about my passion, Independus, the platform for productive community building. The problem we're addressing is how unrepresented and misrepresented American communities are. Whether that's in governments, in media, and even by their own membership, it's hard to determine what people actually believe and what their experiences have been on a broader scale. Fortunately, technology and social media is the best way to understand a multiplicity of viewpoints, yet the platforms we use for our town halls today end up having a lack of data, a lack of transparency, and the algorithms encourage the most extreme and loud voices to be the winners. Ultimately, civic engagement online today is unproductive, and that is what Independus does. We create the platform for productive community building so that communities can streamline the ideation to implementation process for any community goal. This is simply done by joining communities, sharing your viewpoints through polls and forums and rankings, and then you can learn from the aggregate community source data to understand your communities better and move forward to build better futures. Here, you're gonna see our first cross-platform prototype. And what it's doing is showing you the Boone County community, where you can select topics you're interested in. Then, when you go to the polls page, it's going to route the topics and the polls that you selected, and you can simply vote for your experiences and what you believe about those topics. Then, it aggregates the data for your community to build better understandings and move forward. We aren't the first ones to realize that communities need new tools for collaboration and understanding. But what sets us apart is we aren't just focused on free speech, but effective speech. While free speech is essential as a stepping stone to get to civic engagement, it needs to be meaningful. And that's why we have member validation, so that when you have a geographic, demographic, or even career-related attribute, you can join that specific type of community by verifying it, and you have more authentic and relevant discussions with those communities. Additionally, our data-centered approach means that no voice goes unheard. You can answer just one poll, and at that time, you're going to increase the accuracy and the value of your community's data to build better understandings of any situation. Our market is pretty large. Information technology services in 2022 was a $193 billion market size, and then data services specifically was $11 billion. But what that brings us to is our serviceable market of $3 billion in civic data services. Our business model has three key steps. You have community members, community leaders, and community organizations. Members can join communities freely based on those attributes we talked about, like geographic, demographic, or career-related fields, and join those communities for free to share and discuss with the data. Second, community leaders will be able to create new communities with a subscription service, as well as add additional advanced verification services that can improve their credibility by proving specific expertise or experience in related fields to the discussion. And then lastly, you have community organizations who would have the ability to moderate communities, designate more specific roles, as well as request custom tools from the Independus team that can create especially useful data for their specific use cases. Our go-to-market strategy has three steps. First, we want to maintain a hyper-transparent digital presence so that people know exactly who we are and what we're doing with the platform. Second, we'll get directly involved in community events such as town halls and the 1 Million Cups chapter of Columbia, which we're presenting at next month. Then lastly, we combine the digital and real worlds together by creating a network effect through public data that can be outward-facing and relevant to any community or partnership in the region. Our team has a diverse set of backgrounds and skill sets, but what really sets us apart is the employee ownership model of our company. What this means is that every member of the company has a say in how we operate, as well as a financial stake in the company. What this does is ensures we maintain accountability and transparency every step of the way when we're dealing with something as important as your community's data. Lastly, our accomplishments so far: we've received a grant from Mizzou's Social Entrepreneurship program, as well as got a website launched, 80 pre-registered users in the Boone County area, and a cross-platform prototype, which you saw before. If we were to receive funding today, at bare minimum, we could at least rent server space in order to host our beta in the Boone County area. But additional funding would actually allow us to build our own servers to last much longer, service more communities, as well as build a more robust campaign to launch our prototype. In conclusion, American politics and civic engagement is never going to be easy, but what's clear is that communities need new tools to understand and collaborate better, and that's exactly what Independus provides. Thank you.